There was a time when housing on this Santa Ynez reservation consisted of a scattering of trailers, lean-tos, and tumbleweeds. Florencia Armenta, grandmother of tribal chairman Vincent Armenta, raised her large family in a two-room house without electricity or running water. Vice Chairman Richard Gomez, another grandson of Florencia Armenta, remembers visiting his grandparents on the reservation.
We were raised with grandmother and grandfather around all the time. As far back as I can go, I can remember, being around campfires because there was no electricity at that time on the reservation. So the campfires and the lanterns would be in the houses, and that was your light. So it seemed like everybody go to bed early.
At one point, the reservation's source of water had been declared unfit for human consumption. Tribal members had to walk to the creek to fill buckets of water for use in their homes. The Santa Ynez Chumash tribe held a variety of fundraisers to bring running water to the reservation. It took a few years of car washes, fashion shows, and barbecues, but in 1969, the Santa Ynez Reservation finally secured running water. It's hard to imagine, but that was only 45 years ago. Many years after water arrived, the first of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development homes were built on the reservation.
When they start building the homes here, we had to fill out applications for whoever wanted a home, or I guess who needed it the most. So I was one of the first 12. So I moved up here in '79.
More HUD homes were scheduled, but due to federal budget cuts, the project stalled midstream.
I guess some of the funding was taken back, so there were 2 years that were left abandoned. People used to go in there and destroy some of the houses, so they had to repair them again. And finally, after 2 years, they let the people move into their homes.
Tribal leader Kenneth Kahn, who serves as the secretary-treasurer on the tribe's business committee, recalls the wave of homes on the reservation.
Fortunately for us, there's been a couple of projects that did bring housing in the earlier 80s, and we were one of the families that were provided a home. We moved from a single wide trailer to this house, and it was a fantastic thing for our family.
Most homes currently on the 140-acre reservation are the original homes built in 1979 and the 1980s, and many are not adequately accommodating the growing families. Multiple families are sharing homes and residing in crowded conditions.
My kids and grandkids, they come over to stay over, and wall-to-wall kids. But we enjoyed it because we're a close family. When they were smaller, it's easier, but then once they start growing, you need more room for them.
With only 100 homes on the reservation and 137 tribal members plus their families, it's clear that the reservation has run out of room. The usable portion of the Santa Ynez Reservation amounts to approximately 50 acres, much of which has already been developed. The remaining acreage is creek corridor and sloped areas, impossible to build upon.
Housing is not a new issue. I mean, it's an issue that we've looked at for many, many years. And a lot of the community members here on the reservation and off the reservation are well aware of the difficulties we've had.
Providing adequate housing for tribal membership and their families is one of the greatest challenges facing the tribe today. With some tribal families living off the reservation, away from their tribal community, and other tribal families living in crowded conditions, the problem has become urgent. However, the tribe believes it has a solution. In 2010, the tribe purchased 1,390 acres of ancestral land known as Camp 4. The parcel is located just 2 miles from the reservation.
It's been a difficult road trying to figure out solutions, and Camp 4 is our light at the end of the tunnel. It's a beautiful piece of land. It's something that has been close to the tribe for many, many years. It has a lot of history.
Building homes on Camp 4 would allow tribal members to live together as tribal families under their own tribal government. It would also create a meaningful community revitalization effort that rebuilds tribal culture, customs, and traditions. In 2012, Tribal Chairman Vincent Armenta addressed Congress about the importance of placing the Camp 4 land into federal trust to accommodate the plan for tribal housing.
Housing is a basic need, not an economic investment for profit. We have many investment properties that are not in federal trust, but we strongly believe that our tribal homes need to be part of our reservation.
We get a piece of the Mother Earth where our ancestors lived thousands of years ago. Just felt great to know that we owned that property and then that they could build more homes for the future generations.